Hola, and welcome to Career Confident Mujer, the podcast designed for jefas and jefitas of the professional world, the first generation professionals. From triumphs to challenges, we're here to share the stories that inspire you to become the jefa of your dreams. Welcome back to another episode of Career Confident Mujer. I can't believe it's already June. It's the summer, and for someone that works in higher education in the school environment, I love my summers. They're a lot slower. I get to be able to focus on some projects that I wanted to catch up on. I get to take vacation time, rest up, plan family outings. I love the summer, and it just brings me so much joy. And as I'm wrapping up the year, I keep getting a lot of comments from people at my son's school talking about oh, I don't know how you do it all. Isaiah is such a good child. And also I know that you're busy with so many different things. You're doing a great job, right? And so that's been making me feel pretty good, especially because I was a single mother for a while. Now I'm engaged, but for about 4 years there, I was really being the main person in his life as a sole provider. And that was really hard. And being able to balance that juggling act of being someone that is a career confident mujer, such as being dedicated to their career, to their growth, to their schooling, to being a mom, to being a homeowner, having all of these dreams for yourself while also having responsibilities for other things, and balancing that has been a juggling act, I will say. But I feel like everything has come in time where my schedules are getting a lot smoother. Things are added to my plate, but I have a good way of organizing my time and building a team around me where I can feel supported. So today I wanted to talk to you about how you can manage the juggling act of being a career confident mujer. We're going to be talking about that work-life balance, but not just that, not just balancing, but being really fulfilled, being confident, right? So a career confident mujer is someone, in my opinion, that has a purpose, is living a fulfilled lifestyle where they are authentic to who they are, while they're also being confident, walking into rooms and owning who they are. Sometimes we can have a strong idea of who we are, what we want to do, but then we become really shy when we share that with other people or share that with our family members or our peers because we're afraid of the feedback. Being a career confident mujer is walking confidently in those decisions that you are making. So, with that being said, as mujeres, we can often have many different roles. We can be a mom, we can be a daughter, we can be, working, we can have passion projects, we can have so many different things going on for us. And it can be sometimes overwhelming on how we manage our times effectively. So I want to first say it is possible, but it is only possible when you are true to your purpose, which means you are aligning yourself with things that are investing into you. You're not giving into people that are taking away energy from you. We covered that in the previous podcast episode with people pleasing. We got rid of those people that are the takers, right? So now we're moving forward and we're kind of creating these schedules that are more focused on who we want to be and building that life around us that we have on our vision board, right? If you've never done a vision board, you can always find my vision board course online, and it gives you a template to build your vision board, a presentation. So if you're in that spot right right now where you're like, I don't really know what I want for myself in my life, start small with a vision board, put some pictures towards those goals that you have in your mind and put it out there of what you want, right? So when you're juggling and having these different roles, you really need to understand your purpose. You need to understand the direction that you're heading. If not, you will just be a hamster in a wheel, keep on going week in, week out, without rejuvenating yourself, without pouring into you, and without having any direction. So that's first off, okay? Second, I want you to start focusing. If you want to build work-life balance, focus on your scheduling. Your scheduling of 7 days a week is very important. Now, I need you to understand the importance of time blocking. Time blocking is something that I personally use, and it has really helped me out with my scheduling. Now, time blocking is being able to block out set periods of time, whether I like to do 4 hours, where you are focused on a certain role or responsibility. So I even do this at work where I have multiple hats. So I know like on Mondays, I have this meeting. So in the morning, I'm going to be focused on those projects. I'm going to give myself 4 hours. I'm going to have lunch. The next 4 hours, I'm going to be working on my next task. But even bigger than that, I also have my Mondays are my study days, right? My Tuesdays are Isaiah's football days. And so I know Saturdays in the morning time, that is when I can spend more time with my family. So we always do a family activity Saturday mornings. Saturday evenings, I know those are my downtimes where I could do studying time. Sundays are my lazy day. That's 100% me day, and I don't want to do anything days, right? But time blocking is really important because sometimes what happens is we have multiple responsibilities, but we're trying to do it all the time. And that is not possible. That will run you up the wall, okay? So what you should be doing is scheduling out days to have assigned roles to them. That will help you out a lot. So when things pop up in your mind about something that you know you're going to be working on a Thursday, write it down, and that helps you clear it off your mind so that you know you can focus on that task on the Thursday afternoon, right? Time blocking is essential so you can feel less panicked, less overwhelmed, and be more focused on your goals. And you're also scheduling those blocks of times for things that matter to you, right? So my blocks are my work oriented, my coaching, my podcasting, my being a mom, my doctoral program, and me. So I have to split up these 7 days into different parts where I can have all those fulfilled. Now, what happens with that is that when people want to hang out with me, I'm like, okay, well, Saturdays are my days or Wednesdays are my free days. So I give options where I'm not just like, oh, my schedule's open and I'm going to move everything around to accommodate all these changes. Now, if I catch up on work and things are free, then that's great. That's a perk that I can add something into that time period or that time slot. But when I'm planning ahead of time, I have to know that where I want to see myself grow, I need to ensure that that allocated time is dedicated wisely because I have my long-term goals, right? So when you're wanting to meet with your friends or wanting to add something to your plate, you should know when your free days are. I try to do one during the week and one during the weekend so that I can be able to add people into my schedule and have fun. Now, obviously, that does not mean that you're not going on vacations and you're super strict with yourself, but I think it's a great routine to build out for you so that you can manage your time and feel less stressed as you balance and navigate just different roles and responsibilities that you have. Another tip I want to give you is being able to build out a team. You need a team that can support you. You cannot do it alone. You need to communicate what your goals are. If you're wanting to go back to school, if you're wanting to get a higher paid position, if you know you're going to have to exert yourself in one area over another, communicate that with others. Be able to see who you can get on your team to help you out with different roles and responsibilities. Now, if you don't have like family that you can depend on, that does not mean that that is your excuse of why you like, oh, I just can't do that kind of goal, or I just can't take on more of my job because I just don't have a babysitter. You know, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but there are a lot of resources out there for people that do work, that do need babysitters. Yes, it will take extra time, but it is worth it. When I moved out far away from family, I did that. I planned ahead of time. I looked up babysitters. I paid for like those websites. I interviewed them. I had them come to my home. I knew 3 people that I had on my list. I didn't sign them up where they needed something regularly, but these are people that knew that if I needed to call and I needed help, that they would be able to come and help and support me. And that was something that really helped me be more at ease as I was growing in my career. I wanted to still be able to pursue my goals, but not feel held back because of my limitations of my support system around me. So if you feel like you don't have a support system, that can definitely add to your stress load as you're balancing multiple roles and wanting to be a goal getter. But you need to make time and build out your team. Communicate. You don't need to do it alone. You can communicate. For example, today I'm doing some podcast recording. After this, I'm going to go and get my nails done. And today I'm not picking up my son today from school. Why? Because about 4 years ago, I signed him up for the Big Brother, Big Sister program. And so he has a mentor that comes and hangs out with him every week for 2 to 3 hours. And they go out. So while I'm getting my nails done, my son is out with his mentor, and his mentor will drop him back off at home. Now, for a lot of you parents, you're probably like, oh no, I could never trust anyone else with my son or with my daughter. And it's like that kind of mindset that no one can help you is what will make you more stressed. You need to have trust in the system, which is like really contradictory because I know in a lot of ways we should not be trusting the system, but there are programs out there that vet people, that do background checks. You have to trust your gut instinct when you meet people. There are a lot of things in play, but what I'm trying to say is when I moved out here, researched babysitters. I researched programs that could help with mentoring. I researched after school programs. I researched summer programs. All of these things I do to help me balance. During the summer, one thing I also look forward to is since we moved far from family, my son loves going to my parents, so his grandparents during the summer. So there he already knows in July, after he's done with his summer program for 1 month, he will be going over there for like 2, 3 weeks, hanging out with them. And I take that time to put in more work with my dissertation, my doctoral program, other things that I need to work on, or just taking me time. So I communicate that with my family. And luckily, I have a good support system in that way. But it's only seasonal. You know what I mean? Every other day, I'm just here trying to find out the best resources for me so that I don't feel like I'm doing it alone. So I want to encourage you that if you are balancing multiple roles, first of all, good job. You are a go-getter. You are doing the thing because you know you want more for yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. But thing is, I do not want you to burn out. I know we've talked about that before, and I don't want you to lose, you know, focus of your goal and also get caught up in the whirlwind of life. We can get caught up so many times doing things for others or putting ourselves on the back burner because we are so afraid of adding things to our plate because we do not know where it will all fit. And sometimes goals or goal setting becomes really overwhelming because we're not even balancing our own lives. So if you need help with your goal setting and you know you want to take yourself to the next level, but you just need someone to help you, that's what I'm here for as a career confidence coach. I am here to be in your corner to help you get those projects done, help you do your resume. I'll do your resume for you. I'll do your cover letter for you. I'll find jobs that you should apply for. I will help you with all the projects, all the things so that you can have a little bit of stress off of your plate and you can be able to go towards your goals with confidence. So I'm so excited to be able to share some of my tips and my tricks on how I balance multiple roles in my life. And I'm not overwhelmed. A lot of people are like, oh my gosh, you must be so tired. There are those days where definitely I'm like, oh, my eyes hurt. I looked at the computer screen way too long. But in general, I have a confident smile on my face because I'm happy. I love what I do and I'm not overwhelmed by it. I find a lot of joy in everything that I do. I'm very purpose driven. But it's been good to be able to develop these techniques over time. And I think it's because probably I've been in college for so long. I've been in school. I mean, I graduated high school in 2008. Okay. And since then I was in college. I never took off. I mean, after my bachelor's, I took off maybe 2 years while I was figuring out what I should go for my master's for, even if I should go for my master's. But I've always been in school. So I feel like me always being in school has really helped me with my time management. And I've learned like, okay, I need to be able to juggle all these things so that I don't feel isolated. So what will work for me? So these are tricks and tips that I've developed. So I hope these work for you and you implement them in your life. If you know someone else that might be struggling with balancing it all and trying to be superwoman, I hope that you share this podcast episode with them. Until next time, see ya. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Career Confident Mujer. I hope you found inspiration and valuable insights to fuel your own career journey. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Remember, you are not alone on this path. Take care and remember that you deserve it, mujer.